I said in my last video that I wanted a last build to sell before the weekend. Well, this is it, and it's a wild one. I wanted to transform a single 2x6 into a build I can sell on the marketplace, but I had no idea what to do, but still got started, and the results are something I'm proud of. Something new, and here's how I did. I got my 2x6 cut into 2x3s. On the table saw, removing both sides so they're all nice and not rounded on the edges. I was left with just a thin strip, maximizing my use of this 2x6. Next, on each 2x3 I want to remove enough to make a square platform. That's 3 times its width and length, so I ended up cutting 22 inches from each one to have about an inch of plate more or less. I wanted those to be nice and square, so to the joiner I go and make them square. Then on the table saw I barely remove the other edge. The more I remove here, the smaller my platform is, so I barely touched it. Here though, I want to remove a lot. A thick platform doesn't look great, I'm aiming for about an inch. Finally, I measured their final width and cut them all at 3 times that width, for 6 pieces total. Pair them in 2 groups and glue them, making sure to keep them flat, which I do with my usual way, clamping them down to the workbench. Now, before we get to the cool part, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel and I'm super grateful for all of you watching. Thanks to all subscribers. I'm using this small offcut to separate the two 2x3s, and using this bucket of drywall mud, I'm doing a curve. I didn't really know what I was doing yet, to be honest, but trust me, it turned out awesome, or at least interesting. Now that I decided on that idea, I cut a piece of 2x3 to cut my curve. It'll all make sense in a bit, and it'll be more in focus too. Using this little offcut, I measured the width of the curve I want, and used this plastic red cup to draw the curve inside. I decided on 24 inches for the total height, so I cut the first 2 pieces now. I need 2 of the short pieces, so from the other 2x3 I cut that too. On the bandsaw I got the inner curve cut, then traced it onto the second piece and cut it again. Back to the miter saw, I cut the 2 remaining 24-inch bars. I should have done them earlier but forgot. Now that those are dry enough to unclamp, let's make those skull curves in their place. For now, it's a typical glue up, but plenty of glue because they won't have screws. Like clockwork, while something dries, there's something to be done. Let's get those platforms sanded, top, bottom, sides, edges, get them ready to be finished. Now back to the curves, I use the bucket to finalize the top curve onto the small pieces. Then back to the bandsaw, I cut those out. With the spindle sander, I got the inside curve nice, as I can't sand it with the regular sander. Then the rest on the regular sander. Don't sand the edges, we're gonna work them with the router. I start on the router table, then do an alternative for the inside curve as I don't have air pulling from under it, and I need it to do that. Using the half-inch fruit roundover bit, which is insanely sharp and efficient, I got all the edges done. This is going to be a game changer in giving this build a folded over 2x3 look, killing all the evidence of a glue up. For the inside curve, since I can't use my vac on the table, I figured might as well do it on the palm router, and boy was it dusty. I got to add a vacuum to the bottom of my router table as soon as possible. After this, I had to take a little break and clean up some. Now with the sander, I'm killing any evidence of router marks and giving the edge grain some work to look nice and smooth. Don't forget to sand the bottom of the legs too. I added pocket holes to the bottom of the platforms, in the middle of each of the 2x3s, which will be the middle of the legs. Using this little tray, I aligned the bottom platform, glued and clamped it in. Then the second one was easy to add, and with low levels I got it flat. Screw all the pocket screws and you can unclamp it. Almost done. I used my good old wood ager to take a break from painting everything black. I almost did black legs and brown platforms, but I'm glad I chose this. The grain really pops on the rounded edges. I finished it with good old water-based poly from Verathane. All done. This is a unique build that I think will sell well, and for less than $7 in cost, it's a risk I'm willing to take. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and see you next time.